Hello guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on where you're coming from. This is Eddie the 001 coming to you live from the village of Nyabohanse in Migori County. Yes guys, like you can see, I'm on top of a rock that is well known here. Yes guys, like this one that is behind me, it's very huge. And actually, like you can see, there is a cave beneath. You got to see. Also knows its history. Africa is actually known as the cradle land, like the history of mankind. Is just, Kenya is one of archaeological historical places where it is believed that the origin of mankind is actually related to Africa, and Kenya is amongst the cradle land. Kenya is well known as a cradle land because the human actually originated, yeah, long time ago. It was believed that in Africa, the first man was actually found in Africa. Those who have known about archaeological history, they say that a long time ago, when the first human was found, and it went by stages. There is Homo habilis, Homo sapiens, and Homo sapiens sapiens. Yes, guys, I don't know how we actually evolved to become man, a human that are actually uh, whole, walking, talking, dressing up, and what have you. Yes, guys. So let me give you a little history about Kenya. Yeah, basically caves are where the Homo habilis and Homo sapiens sapiens were actually living. Yes, guys, they used to live in a place like this. Was actually living under a cave. They used to sleep there, spend time there. They used to cut meat and feeding on meat using a sharp-edged rock, just like a piece of a rock that is actually mainly coming from a rock like this. Yes, guys. So I wish I could actually demonstrate that they could actually tear meat using a rock that is actually sharper. And also, guys, they used to actually make fire using by rubbing two sticks together until we get fire out of it. And I want to actually demonstrate this by actually doing this. I'm going to look for two of my friends, and then we are actually going to practice how it was done a long time ago. And they used to go and look for meat in the bushes, like things like antelopes and hare. Yeah, do we call rabbit is the one that is bred at home, but hare is actually found in the forest. And even birds, they used to go hunting, especially the men. They would go hunting, bring meat at home, and they will feed the family. We are talking about I think 1,000 years ago. Yeah, that is BC. I don't want to be so specific because I do not know about that. But basically, that is a little history of mankind. Men are the ones that were actually sleeping near the entrance so that protect their families. And the families, the wife and the children, basically used to live beneath at the edge there so that they can be protected. Used to carry weapons that are basically arrows to actually protect them from harm, basically from wild animals, from other people that are actually maybe harmful. So they could eat and feed from meat a lot of most of the time, and also milk and herbs. They could go to the forest. Actually, God has given mankind knowledge to actually know the kind of herbs that are actually can be fed on, and they are actually harmless to human beings. Yes. So basically, greens, they used to eat from greens, they used to eat meat, they used to drink blood also. They could actually pious an animal from here and they could feed on the blood. Basically, that is also what Maasai community is actually doing even up to date. That they could tear a pious a cow from here, a bull especially, so they can drink from the blood, so that they can have the kind of spirit that an animal has, especially a bull. This is why you'll find that Maasai community, they are very, very, very fierce. Like they can go to the game park and pass across without being harmed. I know that, and this is what actually they do when they meet a lion. They kill a lion. Like a warrior is a man that is actually brought up in a Maasai community to actually become a man. And when they are transitioning into becoming a man, what they normally do, they are taken to the game park or where animals are, so they can kill a lion and they can pierce the lion here and drink from its blood. Explore about history of mankind. It is very, very interesting, and also I like to actually learn more about because this is a community that actually represents Kenya at large. Every time a Mzungu comes in Kenya, what they normally do, they are taken to Masai Mara. They will be made to put on a shuka. Shuka is a kind of a wrap that they actually wrap themselves like a blanket to actually represent the community of Kenya. And this is what we basically like most about Kenya. Yes, guys. So we all as Africans are basically humankind. We believe that we originated from somewhere that is basically in Africa. It was an African kind of history. And basically seeing places like this that are actually caves, it actually takes me aback from when I was actually learning about history. Also, a long time human, they normally used to mark places like this. They could draw and writings like, okay, this is just somebody that has just written, but basically where you want, if you want to know a place that actually is where the first human mankind was actually living, you could see marks that actually they used to draw permanent things that actually would actually identify themselves to a long time kind of people. Actually, I think they knew that some years to come, people will actually remember them with the marks that they used to make. Like they used to draw like animals, like attacking another with an arrow, like birds flying, like in relation to Egyptian kind of originality. That is what actually it used to be. Like you could see uh, people have drawn the long time mankind. They used to draw people actually holding arrows and attacking animals to represent that they are actually hunting, and that is actually what they used to do. Yeah, that is actually the kind of marks and also memories that actually they used to make, so that in some other years to come, they will still be found to actually represent that there were human living there. I want to believe that one of these days that I'm going to do a small demonstration about how the olden mankind used to actually live, especially under caves, going to hunt for meat or even looking for herbs, and even making fire from actually two blocks of wood. They will actually rub until it gets to have fire from it, and then we are actually going to make fire. We are actually going to actually roast meat. We are actually going to do all these things to actually taking us back to where we are actually originated from. Yes, and basically my biggest question is, if Africans are the ones that this land of Africa is where the history of mankind originated from, so where did white come from? Okay, basically, I came to learn that every other subject, especially biology, has how a human originated from. History has another origin of mankind. CRE, that is Christian religious studies, has also the origin of mankind. And also, any other subject, maybe geography, they also have a theory about how mankind was actually originated from. But now, the one that is actually very interesting is about history of mankind, basically related to actually history and the government. Yes, and this is me actually trying to taking me aback from what actually we used to study. And in relation to history, it actually makes sense because where archaeologists have actually investigated and found out about mankind, they used to have an they also have a concrete evidence about the history of mankind, especially where they used to make marks on rocks, where actually they used to live. They used to, their evidence about the weapons that actually the long time mankind used to actually use while actually they are making their food, maybe hunting animals. They used to find arrows beneath the rocks. Okay, in relation to this, is there are basically places that have been marked as uh, they have found evidences about this, especially places like Naivasha, Gilgil, or even Kisumu. They said that while they were archaeologists were actually doing their research, they actually found these things under these rocks, and actually they could see that actually people were actually living there. Yeah, they are actually the kind of investigation that they normally do, and then they come out with a concrete kind of research. Also, while digging, they normally look for skull of how the long time mankind used to look like. And they say that the first mankind used to have a bended kind of the back because of the skull that they normally used to find while they were digging under the ground to actually look where they used to get buried, because a long time human they never used to actually dig so much while they're actually burying their loved ones, or maybe they're burying each other. And then they could find actually the skull. They say that during investigation they will find that the skull was actually bigger than the one that is normal for a human. Also, they will find that the spinal cord was actually bended, meaning that they were actually bending while they were walking. Also, they could find that the feet was actually, the bone of the foot was actually bigger than the normal kind of human. So that is a small history that I've actually learned from since when I went to school. And guys, was just part of researches from archaeologists. Like one of the well-known archaeologists were Mary Leakey, that were actually doing researches in Kenya. Yes, guys. So basically, all these things are just researches that actually other human beings that have actually done. Yes. So, and since we are here, we are saying that we have evolved. I don't know how much more we are going to evolve. Maybe some years to come, our children are going to actually have history of us, or how we used to live. Maybe we are more evolving more. We don't know. So I find history very, very interesting. And since when I was in school, I used to actually like history very, very much, because it had very interesting stories about basically, especially history of mankind. Yes, we are going to do a small demonstration about how this used to happen. I'll go do dig much deeper about history about mankind, and I'm going to actually do a demo. They normally say that the last stages of humankind was actually Homo sapiens sapiens, and from there is when now we evolved to actually who we are. I don't know how many years normally take for mankind to actually evolve to another thing. I don't know. Maybe in future we are going to evolve and also get wings. That is actually funny, but at the same time, yes, it's very, very interesting. So let's go. I do more research and I look for more reference, or maybe we can do a demo about that used to actually happen. And guys, we are going to actually give our best to actually exercise that, take us back to what we actually used to study. And that is going to actually happen here. And we are going to actually do the hunting archaeologists, and I've never been one. So this is basically about general knowledge in school. And yes, so this took me back to actually that what we used to actually learn back then. So it's a beautiful place. It's a place that once you sit there, you can actually fall asleep because it's cold, natural cold, and also very, very refreshing. Maybe because a long time people and human used to actually live for long, because how peaceful can this place feel? It feels very, very peaceful, guys. You have no idea. I've actually seated there and I actually wasn't even feeling like I'm rising up and walking, or I felt as if I could just sit there, start cooking there, and just sleeping there. Guys, I don't know how safe this place is. There was a time we actually used to have a project over how we can actually camp just around this place, but basically I was actually I didn't have a proper security, so that wasn't a plan of that day. Actually, postponed for another day when we actually found ourselves in a better position, and also others got a job somewhere else and they had to actually move. Yes, guys. So as you can see, it's very beautiful. A place that you can actually spend a day without feeling actually. Like you can actually go to town in an industrial place to actually experience a lot of movement and chaos that brings about just living in an industrial place. Yes, guys. So this is very beautiful and very, very nice to actually experience, guys. So this is a day just spending at the rocks just to feel how a long time mankind used to actually feel, and it's actually very, very nice and very, very peaceful, I can say that. so cool. It's so cool. Like this place feels like you know how rocks are been attracting like cool like a coolant. Yeah, this place feels like it's as if it's a coolant. Yeah. And guys, if you happen to actually lie down here, you cannot feel like actually getting up here actually anytime soon because of how cool it feels. Okay. Sorry. Ouch. Has one goal. guys, it was time to actually go back home. It was a good day, nice, beautiful day. So do not forget to subscribe and comment and share. Click on the notification bell so that you get to be notified every time I'm posting a video. So until next time, bye bye.